Hi everyone and welcome to another Language Room English video. My name is Lily and I'm an English teacher. Today I'm making a video in response to a question that I was asked recently on Facebook, and that question was how can I improve my English skills? How can I improve my fluency in spoken English, so in English speaking. So I'm going to give you some advice that I think will be rather useful. But the first thing to mention is that we all know that grammar is really important if you want to learn a language. But one of the most important things is practice. And you must practice every day as much as you can, and you need to find a way to incorporate the language, English, into your everyday life and to be always thinking about it. So the first piece of advice is to think in English. What does that mean? It means that when you go about your daily routine, when you do your daily activities, you must always think, how do I say this in English? How do I explain this activity in English? You can imagine maybe that you are trying to explain it to an English-speaking person that doesn't understand your language, and so you have to explain what you're doing. Think about when you get up in the morning and you take a shower, you clean your teeth. How do you say that in English? How do you explain the method you use to make coffee in the morning at breakfast time? Or what are the words for the ingredients that you use to make your breakfast in the morning? This exercise, this method to improve your fluency is even more useful when you go to work, because business English is very important at the moment. Many companies want their employees to have a very good level of English. And so if you think about the activities, the projects that you are managing in your office or in your workplace, it will really help you to speak about them, to become more fluent when speaking about the work you do. You can look up words that you don't know in the dictionary, and because you are using them in context, you will remember them as well. So this is one great way to improve your fluency and your confidence in English. And it will make you speak faster as well in the end, because you will have you will have done a lot of practice. Of course, thinking is one thing, but you also need to speak out loud. So my second piece of advice is that you should try and find a friend that you can speak with, someone that you can speak with in English, have a conversation. The most important thing is that you need to find a friend that is motivated like you and that's got some time to spend on a regular basis having English conversation. And you must absolutely not improvise the conversation, but you must agree on a topic to speak about before the conversation, and change that topic every time you do this exercise. So you could talk about what you've done during the day. You could talk about what you're doing at work, the projects that you're working on. You might want to talk about the news, current events, or maybe a book or a film that you've watched or read recently. So that is all really useful to improve your spoken English, your pronunciation, just to speak out loud. Of course, if you want to have a more in-depth conversation and you want to be corrected to understand the mistakes you make, it might be a very good idea to get an English teacher and to have conversation lessons, because you can get some good feedback and some corrections from your teacher. The next piece of advice that I'd like to give you is to read in English. Reading is so important. It will really help you with your fluency. It will help you increase your vocabulary, and it will help you understand the structures in English that you've maybe learnt when you studied the grammar. So the most important thing if you do this exercise is to pay attention, to be motivated, to search in the dictionary for all the words that you don't understand, and just have that patience to do that for every single word. And if you do that, you really will make some improvements. Just treat it as a study activity as well as a pleasurable reading activity. And once you've understood the words, for example, in a chapter of a book, and you're really confident with it, you can then read that chapter again out loud, so that you can practice your pronunciation and the rhythm of the language, and that will really help you to just how can we say, to warm up with your English speaking, because sometimes it's difficult to pronounce those words. The sounds in English are different from the sounds in your language, and so it takes some practice. So remember, practice, practice, practice. It's very, very important, and try and do a little bit every day. Always keep English on your mind, somewhere there at the back of your mind, and you will make lots of big improvements. I know this because I have tried these methods. I speak fluent Italian, and the way I managed to become fluent is by using some of these techniques very often on a regular basis, and I still use these techniques to improve my fluency and to improve my confidence in the language. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was useful. If you enjoyed it, I would appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe to the channel. You can find me on Facebook too. You could like my Facebook page as well, and follow the videos. Take a look on my language teaching website, lilyrhodes.com, and you can send me any questions that you might have. I'm really happy to hear from you and to answer you if I can help you. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.